You do? You need more light? Well, come and turn the light on. I don't want it too bright. It burns. It burns bright.
You gingers.
Us gingers. It burns bright on my soul. Happy Hot Take Tuesday. Guess we're getting ready to head on into old Iran. Little Tehran action coming up here. People are getting killed. Trump's like, we're done. It's not going to happen. No more diplomacy. We're going to blow you up. It's coming. It's absolutely coming. So this will be interesting. I don't know when that is going to be. I don't even know what it looks like. I have no idea how we would even go into that situation. Because if they're battling in the streets, how do you decide who's good and bad? From what I understand, the Starlink has made some extra maneuvers. They have got Starlinks in some of these places throughout there, and they're going house to house looking for Starlinks because we're doing our part already of being peaceful. That's it. Can't believe they give me the whole thing with the trophy. I wanted the trophy. It's that lady, Machado. She wanted to transfer it to Trump, and they said, basically, we'll take it away from you if you try to do that. If you try to sell it, we're going to take it away from you. So I don't we're going to get deeper into this because I don't want a nation build. I don't. And you know what? The people don't want... Would they like some help? Yeah, the problem is they know the help comes with stuff. Like us running everything in some way, shape, or form. The puppet masters. And that never leads. That's what got us into the mess. But it is the young. The young are pissed. The young are angry. The young are over this. This all starts with austerity measures. They were sick and tired of what was happening. They're broke and they're angry. And when the kids are broke and angry, they get mad. And then they take to the streets. And that's where they are now. So this is going to be a very interesting few days. I don't know when anything's going to happen. I don't know even what it would look like. I've talked to my military guys, and he even said today, I don't know what that looks like. How, especially, yes, you can target certain places, but to try to protect the people, you have to go after the Revolutionary Guard. And that what they need is the actual military to finally say, we've had enough. We've had enough. We're not going to shoot innocent people on the streets. They executed someone today by hanging the first person who has defied Khomeini. So that's what
Are we sure it was because he defied Khomeini, or was it because he was gay?
No, this one looked like he just defied him. He's like, I'm not doing what you say. And they're like, no, you got to do it. No. And then this is the first, but how many bodies? You got to, you take it as a grain of salt. How many bodies are actually out there? We have no idea. I mean, they could say it's 50 and it could be 100. They could say it's 1,000. It could be 20. We don't know. But we are starting to I've noticed now more and more stuff is getting out of there. More and more videos, more and more information is getting out of there. And he's holding on by the skin of his teeth. And at what point, though, like, what do we do? And then what do we do? The other side of it is Israel. No offense, but the younger generation, they didn't really have a beef with Israel like the older generation did. And this younger generation that we're all trying to go in and make, was it Iran great again, according to Lindsey Graham, who's just the worst person. Isn't he? Is there a guy that warmongers more than somebody who will never go to war or send anybody to war?
Well, come on, Chad. Those bombs rust if you don't use them.
We don't have enough. All right? So this will be a very interesting situation if we get involved. I mean, dude, just don't do what Maduro did, right? Grab your stuff, get your butt over to the Kremlin, go hang out over there, go have all the debauchery you want as you pretend that you live some sort of high and mighty life, which we know you don't, and then see what happens. But if you're going to stick around, I think this is... if we don't do it, eventually they're going to get to you. Eventually, I believe they're going to get to you. And that isn't going to be a pretty picture. I remember when the Ayatollah died, the first Ayatollah, Khomeini died. Do you remember when his funeral was and he was in the box and they were trying to get it to the helicopter and then everybody's pawing at it and tipped over?
Tipped over and he fell out.
Fell out. I'm like, oh, that was something I did need to see.
Messed up his beard.
Yeah. So several of you, let's fix the USA first. Graham is the worst person. I could think of far worse. You know what? It's hard for me to think of people that are far worse. You could say, and I'm talking about not baloney culture war fighty things. I'm talking about real issues where this guy wants to spend billions of dollars and send our men and women into harm's way. It seems to be all the time because I don't know what that's about, why there's such neocon warmongers. But what did somebody say earlier? What happened to the Don Roe instead of the Monroe? What happened to the Don Roe doctrine? I thought it was only our hemisphere. We're moving around. It's a bigger hemisphere. So we'll see. So use them or lose them.
The Eastern Hemisphere is connected to the Western Hemisphere. And if you take the Northern Hemisphere, connect it to the Southern Hemisphere, then move over to the Eastern Hemisphere, it's all one big piece.
All the spheres are together is what we're saying.
What about the hip bone and the leg bone?
Oh, absolutely.
They're not even connected anymore.
But it doesn't matter, though, because we would also go there. We're going to all of the places. Okay? We're going to all of them. They've got oil over there. Oil. You know what we got to do? We got to look up the pizza thing later on.
Have you ever seen the meme of Gordon Ramsay screaming at one of his chefs? And the caption reads, "You use so much oil, the U.S. wants to invade the plate."
That's so awesome. That is so awesome. Pizza index right now. Oh, baby. It feels like it's quiet in several of the places, but are you ready for this? Domino's has spiked 323% in the last couple hours. Busier, much busier than usual. So if you don't know what the pizza index is, you can go to pizzint.watch. These are all of the pizza places next to the Pentagon, and it tells you how far away they are at the Pentagon. And what that does is almost every massive move that the Pentagon has made, there has been a massive jump in pizza sales.
They ain't going out for lunch because they're planning.
They are planning. We're getting stuff done. And you know what it is? Everybody's like, no, man, I want to go to Piazza Pizza or We the Pizza. We're like, we can't, man, because we got coupons from Domino's because this is the time they decide to go cheap.
Dude, they're going to have to put pizza parlors in the Pentagon.
Oh, yeah.
To keep this information from getting out.
Yeah. It's no doubt. I know it's National Pizza Week, but everybody else is doing okay. They jumped 323%. There's a reason for that.
Every week is National Pizza Week.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know how many, by the way, I'm a big fan of donuts, don't get me wrong, but I don't know how many times we can have a National Donut Day.
365?
Well, I know we can do that many, but I'm just letting you know that that's a lot. That's a lot of donies. So tonight, what you have to look for is if it starts to really move up about 3 o'clock through 9 o'clock, that's when you start to know, okay, they're sticking around. They're sticking around, which means that, like you said, everybody's working. Nobody's got a day off. It's about to get serious. And our legislators are back in session as, 16 minutes ago?
Yep.
They break anything yet?
I haven't heard.
Are they yelling?
I don't know. Not yet.
How much of that tax dollars went to our website? Zero. That's not a government site because it runs.
Yeah, it actually works.
Yeah, it doesn't glitch.
Yeah. Do you remember that when Obama? They were like, "Okay, we got the Obama thing up," and you looked at it and you're like, "Did you guys just go to GoDaddy? And somebody charged you $300 million?" It
didn't even work.
I'm telling you, it's that part. Where was it? Judd Hirsch in Independence Day? He goes, "You don't really think it costs $12,000 for Hammer, do you?"
Yeah.
Like, how do you pay for all this? That is the realest thing you've ever seen.
And it was such an encapsulation of government. They promote and supposedly build, and then they put it online and it won't work.
Won't work. If you guys want to know, people keep going, what's the name of that site? It is PIZZINT.watch, or you can just type in Pentagon Pizza Index and it'll be the first thing that pops up. So, in fact, last year, there was a few big reports about the fact that the government had actually gone and done the same thing, where they looked and say, "Hey, we're hearing about this," because they're so late to the game. Is this real? And they're like, "Oh my God, it is real." Yeah. Not Israel, is real. Get that away with the good friends. So just amazing, man. Just incredible. Why are we going in there? Why? We got so many other things we could spend money on. Let's not do it. Let's do a bob and a weave.
Dude, but all you have to do is just print money, and then it's all great. Then you got all the money you need.
That's right.
And all the inflation you'd ever want.
And your money, by the way, never devalues. It just always stays strong. Never, because inflation went up again, which is not a good thing. So much stuff to get to today. I want to talk about the Timothy Busfield thing.
Yeah.
That is a weird thing, right?
Where's he at?
Very weird.
Weird. So if you guys don't know who he is, his actor was on The West Wing and several other things. Big director. He's married to Laura Ingalls.
He was on 30-something.
Yeah, Melissa Gilbert.
30-something, that's right. He was in Major League.
Yeah,
That movie where he played the kid's, buddy. And he's wanted for sex abuse.
Yep. Child sex abuse.
Against two kids, and he just disappeared. It's like...
Lives in Albuquerque.
What the hell's wrong with Albuquerque?
I don't know. I loved it.
Did you?
But then we had to go.
Of all the places you have lived, what have you loved the most?
I was happiest in Albuquerque. I loved it. And the reason I say that is because at the time it was just me and my wife. We had no kids. All we had to worry about was ourselves.
See, kids, he was happier without you.
No, I love my kids. I'd give my life for my kids, but I'm just saying that's where I was. I mean, I was just at the pinnacle of just, man, life was great. No worries whatsoever.
No stress.
Doing a lot of partying.
Yeah, no stress.
I didn't do that much partying there.
There's no stress, You find out you got extra money in your account.
And the weather is outstanding.
Yes, it is.
It does get cold in the winter, but the summers, I mean, by 6:30, 7 o'clock in the evening, and you can have a 105-degree day, but by 6:30, 7 o'clock, by 8 o'clock, you're in the 70s.
It's like that in Arizona. Arizona, you go outside and you're like, it's 119. By the time the minute the sun starts at like 5 o'clock, it gets to its highest, it drops like 20 degrees. Next thing you know, even at 90 degrees, you're outside and like, this is beautiful out here.
Yeah.
It is.
It was great.
What about you, Bell? What's the best place you ever lived?
Yeah, Brother Bilal.
Other than here?
Yeah.
Definitely Dallas.
The Big D.
Yeah.
Yeah. Going to the Big D. I don't mean Dallas. That's a
good country song.
It is. I spent time in Dallas. I'm at one of my big stations in Dallas, and I like Dallas, but nothing seems to ever happen there. It's just kind of a
It's just a
the president did lose his scalp there once.
Yeah, but that was it. Like, you guys get one thing, and that's it. We're like, we chose big. So it was, but outside of that, it just seems to be, it's very, and the Cowboys.
That's Cowboys.
If they didn't suck, it might be a little better.
I bet if you were there in the 90s, you're like, this is the place to be.
Now, one thing similar, to Dallas is Nashville traffic.
Yes.
You can get killed there just as easily as you can here.
Yeah, that's true.
The worst traffic I've ever experienced, though, was in Atlanta. Still puts
that's what I
like
hear.
around Buckethead and all that, kind of getting into downtown and whatnot.
Just like, especially on the drive home during drive time in the afternoon. If you're on the loop, there's a point where the sun is just directly in your face. So there could be absolutely no reason to slow down, and people are hitting the brakes because they can't see anything.
Shame!
Shame!
Don't do that. All right, so good stuff to get today. It's Hot Take Tuesday. Give us your hot take, non-political hot take about anything crazy, wild, you name it. We're ready to rock and roll the hot take. We're going to talk about the new session kicks off. Some interesting stuff. We want to get rid of more taxes. I always ask the question, though, sounds great, but we do have to fund stuff. So there's always that question. I know it's pesky, but we should also have that question as well. It is Chad Benson, Super Talk 997. It is that time of the day and week when we turn to ourselves and say, we got stuff to be heard because we got... Really? Hot take, Bell, fail. Ready? We're going to try this again, Bell. Hot take Tuesday. That's not a hot take. That's just a news flash.
That is the best sounder.
Yeah. I got some more good ones, too, I put together. Been rocking and rolling. So awesome. So hot takes, you guys know how it works. We do hot takes here. Hot takes are ridiculous hot takes based on stuff that you've always thought about. It has nothing to do with politics. We stay away from that. These are fun. We're going to start with Bell because Bell flamed out there.
I have two TVs. One is a Roku and the other is an LG. The Roku I have no problems with. I am so sick of the LG TV constantly asking me if I'm still there and if I still want to keep watching what I'm watching. If I want to change the channel or turn the power off, the remote is right next to me. LG, piss off.
Woo! And fuego out the gates. LG not getting love from Bell. All right, young Ken.
January is proof the calendar hates us. All the bills and none of the holidays.
Oh, so true. What do they say? Is it next Tuesday? Next Tuesday or the first Tuesday in February are supposed to be the worst, most depressing days in the year.
Right.
I think the next time we get something fun is when that rat comes out and we find out there's more winter.
Punxsutawney Phil.
Punxsutawney Phil.
Wonder what those things taste like cooked.
Beaver.
Probably.
They're just land beavers. Okay, guys, my hot take is you guys know my love of music because we have One Hit Wonder Wednesday, which, by the way, I think we're giving away tickets tomorrow to, I was going to say Benito Mussolini, but that'd be weird to see him sing because he doesn't sing very well because he's dead. Andre Bocelli and our good guy and yours, Copacabana himself.
No, let's just give away the Bocelli tickets and
Okay.
we keep the Manilow.
All right, we'll do that. Maybe that's not happening. Mine is Bob Weir died over the weekend. Bob Weir. He was one of the driving forces behind the worst music of all time. Crappy-ass jam music where you got to be high to listen to it because one song sounds like four songs, sounds like, oh, my God, it's awful. They're the worst band. Second is Fish.
They always talk about the Taylor Swift effect when it comes to the economy of the cities that she goes to. The Grateful Dead were having that impact decades ago because you would go from having next to no drug trafficking in a city to having a massive amount of drug trafficking in a city wherever they toured.
Yeah. You guys know what that smell is? That's nobody bathing. That is grease and pot and patchouli.
And a lot of money.
And a lot of money.
I was listening to a Grateful Dead album this morning, and it turned into Bob Weir chanting for 5 minutes.
Why?
And I finally just said, okay, I got to go to the next song.
Now you're like, oh, my God, Chad's right. This is stupid.
Was he inspired by Yoko or something?
This is stupid.
That's what it kind of sounded. It sounded like he was, I don't know, trying to do like a Catholic choir or something, but it was himself.
They were so awful.
And it was not good.
No, it's not. It's crap. Because you could just do anything, right? And they're all, they got their outfits on. It's all tie-dye, and they're like, and they're just playing. And everybody, here's the other thing. All of them are playing whatever they want on stage. It's like watching 5 or 6 concerts by themselves that every once in a while the music comes back to. But it's just really about grooving, man. Oh, shut up.
I do like their music. I just don't like the chanting.
No, the chanting is not good. Chanting's not good for anything.
But you are right. Sometimes you don't know what you're listening to.
No.
It sounds like everybody's playing something different sometimes.
Yeah, it's like this. It's just so. And it's all off key. White people. This is what you get with white people. I hate the Grateful Dead. How many more left are there?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, they're replacing members, though. It's like Bruce Hornsby's in the Grateful Dead now, and John Mayer's in the Grateful Dead.
John Mayer, did you see what he's trying to do? He spent like $60 million trying to bring back the L.A. music scene or whatever, do all this stuff, rehab it. But yeah, he's like...
What, more hair bands?
I don't know, maybe. Hey, you know what? Better than the Grateful Dead. It's in their name. In their name, you hippies. Bunch of hippies. All right, coming up. Talk a little about the session, getting ready to kick off. We're monitoring whether or not we are going to attack Iran because Trump's like, we've had enough. Help's on the way. It's going to be fantastic. You guys are going to love it. Do you guys still have oil?
We got to use these bombs or send them back.
That's right. They've got a sell-by date on them. I've seen it stamped. Talk about that, among other things, straight ahead. Chad Benson, Super Tough, 99 cents. Tell you what. This guy just texted in. He called Belle and I horrible names because we don't ever want to fight for all the good things. I'm like, what are we fighting for? Why is let me ask you this, okay? Maybe you guys are all, this is just what America is. Go fight for the Lindsey Grahams and the billionaires of the world and send our sons and daughters all over the planet to die for crap that we pretend is America. We're spreading stuff. No, we need to take care of our own here first. Then go from there. The president of peace, why? We bombed Iran several months ago, and now we're going to go in and do what? Venezuela, Greenland, we're just going to take it all because we can? How's that America?
Because the world belongs to us, man.
No, it's what it is, man. We take everything we want. No, I'm sorry. It's insane. We've got $38 trillion in debt.
That bought a lot of security, dude.
Yeah. How many people have we destroyed in the Middle East? There's not a country on the planet we haven't done something to at some point in time because we're like a puppy dog. We're big. We got big, bouncy things. We do stuff. We think it's right. But we get sold a bill of goods on a daily basis that this is
and we buy it.
Yeah, and everybody buys it because they wrap it up in patriotism.
Got to get us some weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah, except for the part where they're not there. It's okay, though. Red, white, blue. Remember that. Remember, guys, Iraq, they did study groups to find out how they could sell it to the American people for it to be patriotic.
They did the same thing with the Kuwait War.
Yeah.
And don't forget our successes, though. We spent 20 years in Afghanistan to replace the Taliban with the Taliban.
The Taliban. Yeah, there we go. Solid. I'll fight for America and the freedoms, what it stands for, but do you really want to send your kids all over the globe? To what? To be in harm's way? Because we need to protect a base that somebody says is strategic to us? Because they have oil there or something like that? No, I don't think so. I want to take care of us first. Think of us as an airplane, and if we have issues, what's the first thing you do? They don't tell you to put oxygen masks on everybody else's face and get to you last. Those same people that fought in Iraq, you know where you are? You can find them usually stepping over them somewhere in the middle of a suburban area. Because we're going to take good care of them. We didn't, by the way. And a lot of people also agree that the Grateful Dead are stupid.
Government, when you absolutely need it done wrong.
But you need it to be expensive. Yeah.
Much more so than if the private sector did it.
Not just wrong, expensive. There's a difference. It's both right and wrong. All right, let's talk about what's going on locally here. Would you fight for Nashville? What? We got stuff happening.
It's a new year. It's a new session, but there's going to be a couple things recycled actually from 2025, including a bill that would allow local school districts, public local school districts, to charge tuition to undocumented students. Those for the bill say those students put a strain on the district. Those against tell Fox 17 it would have a negative effect on low-income and immigrant families already struggling to access basic educational resources. It did pass the state Senate last session, but it did not make its way through the House. How about a new bill? Democrat State Representative Gabby Salinas out of Memphis is proposing a bill hoping to keep immigration enforcement away from schools and churches without prior notice. It would bar ICE from all pre-K through 12 school grounds and all church properties without prior notification. Both bills set to be discussed, as well as other things regarding immigration. The session starts up today at noon.
So no worry. We got that. So what we want to do is we want to make immigrant children, illegal immigrant children, pay for school and make sure ICE isn't there. It's kind of weird, right? Because they're probably not going to pay for school, so you don't really have to have ICE there. But that's the staging area that we've talked about the other day that they're really, they're trying to focus on. The other stuff they're talking about, no taxes on groceries. That sounds great. But it goes back to, okay, how do we replace that? How do we replace the no tax on groceries? And that's that's an important thing. But there's so many people that are living at the point where, that 4%, and depending on what city you live in, that city tax that they charge, that's 6%, 8%. Yeah, that could save you a little bit of money here and there, but it doesn't mean that we're just going to be like, oh, there's $1 billion, $2 billion. We're good with it. Because as we all know, government's never good with it. Ever. Ever good with it. It's expensive. I don't know if you saw this, Ken, but did you see the fact that they're saying childcare is more expensive in some place here in Tennessee than in-state tuition in some colleges?
I can believe it.
Think about that. Childcare is more expensive. So you're sending your toddler to childcare while you and your husband work, and that costs more than sending them in-state to some colleges.
Well, just skip the middleman and send your toddler to college.
Yeah. That's a good idea. How smart your kid. It doesn't matter. It wants a degree, and it wants it bad.
I mean, 26 years ago, my wife and I decided that she would stay home because we didn't want to pay child care. It was just too expensive.
Well, it was not.
And for us, we'd have just been spinning our wheels.
Yeah.
We'd have been paying for child care, so my daughter would be in child care.
You would have been working. One of you would work to pay for that.
Right.
And you would have ended up at the same spot.
Yes, pretty much.
And that is, man, the cost here and everywhere. I've seen it. It's insane. I mean, I don't know what it's like in, say, Minneapolis, but I heard it's not that expensive at the Leering Center. But to think that if you have two kids and you're sending them, I mean, I'm hearing stories like it's $20,000 a year, $30,000, depends on what kind of school you send them to. I mean, you might as well send them off to college. And the other big thing that I'm interested in is the data centers. I've been telling you guys this. These data centers are going to be crazy expensive when they go up, and you're going to see a giant, just like you're seeing with Columbia and the giant jump in water that's coming, you're going to see that where everybody else is already coming out. And one of the big talking points tonight, Trump's going to Michigan. He's pushing, trying to figure out a way to make these things more affordable because he understands when energy goes up like this, it doesn't matter how cheap your gas is if the rest of your energy prices eclipse that.
State Rep Clemens is pushing a bill aimed at regulating high-performance computing facilities here in Tennessee. The proposal would require these data centers to dedicate at least half of their computing power to public benefit, like research or educational projects. Clemens' bill also calls for annual reports on energy use and carbon footprint, along with internal audits to ensure compliance. Supporters say the measure would make sure Tennessee's growing tech industry benefits the public, not just private companies, while also keeping an eye on environmental impacts.
Because the more energy that's consumed by these data centers, the higher utility rates are going to go. Your electricity bill will increase if you have data centers nearby. So if the state of Tennessee is going to allow these data centers, what we want to see is that if they're using all this energy, at least 50% of it has to be used for public benefit. It has to be used for some scientific research or educational purposes or something that's going to contribute and give back to the community that's taken a bit of a hit for having that data center or that computer data.
And that comes, I mean, we've got to have a way to get a hold of some of these things because the amount, the devil's in the details in some of these places. When I was out, because like I said, I have a station that I do stuff for out in Texas, and I was out in Dallas, and one of the things they just put in, everybody was excited for, because the work looked, oh my God, there's going to have people working here. Well, they only work there to build the building. Nobody needs to be there. It's just a giant room that is a bunch of, it's the power service, all that kind of stuff. Here was the big deal. In the fine print during the summer, they were the ones who got to keep their power on all the time if they had to tell everybody to shut their power down because it was hurting the grid too much. So they are first in and the only one to stay. And then prices started to rise. And in Virginia, where there's a lot of this because it's in and around, obviously, D.C., you've seen a lot of these things. Those prices have gone up ridiculous amounts of money in just several months. So, yeah, I think that, until we figure out a way to get nuclear on board, this is what we got. All right. Talk a little bit about Scott Adams died. Dilbert. What do you see? I'm going to read you what one publication put on the front, which I just thought, what the hell are you talking about? Just ridiculous. Is Aaron Rodgers, did he play his last game last night?
Dude, he got hammered.
He did.
I mean...
I told my wife on one play, he's scrambling to his right.
Yeah.
And he throws the ball out of bounds. And the guy just missed him. And I looked at my wife and I say, why does a 43-year-old want to be chased around by a guy twice his size who's faster than him in the freezing conditions out there? I know you've got it, but you're a first ballot Hall of Famer. Dude, at some point in time, no. I mean, he would get up and his helmet's on sideways. Yeah. I'm like, oh, this isn't going well.
They put it in slow motion. You watch his face grimace as he's getting hit, which, is kind of a natural reaction anyway, but he was getting hit. And did you see, and I know this happens sometimes, but I saw this happen to him twice. He just fell down.
Yeah.
Nobody even touched him, and he just tripped over his own feet.
Oh, God. Well, yeah, because he's terrified.
And
because you could see that Father Time was not only winning, but you could hear Father Time coming for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was, I mean, you don't want, what's the saying, leave the game before the game leaves you?
Right.
I think he stayed too long. I think once he tore his Achilles, I know he wanted to come back one more year. He should never have come back this year. He should never have come back.
He could have gotten really hurt last night, man, because, I mean, his offensive line was not giving him any time whatsoever. That Texan defensive line, they were all over him. And those boys weren't slowing down.
I mean, it was sad though, because his last pass was this pick six.
Yeah.
You almost want him to come back for one more game, throw a pass, get a completion, and then retire.
Yeah, that's it.
Retire. All right, we'll talk about that. Scott Adams passing away, a bunch of other stuff straight ahead. Chad Benson, Super Talk 997. That guy's a little angry, don't you think, Bell? Bell and I have been called bitches about 90 times in the last 5 minutes.
His wife must have beat him up this morning.
No doubt. Don't you ever talk about the military again. Really? Is that what we're going to do? Are we only allowed to talk about stuff that we could, okay. So
I think we should only be allowed to talk about things that our tax money's spent on.
Yeah. Okay. Well, or just you can't. You never did. Okay, cool. Well, did you play pro football? Then you can never talk about football. Big college football? No, you can never talk about it. You don't know.
Yeah, I don't think you guys were disparaging the military.
It's not about the military. It's about the leaders. It's not about the military. None of it's about the military.
Best way to honor dead soldiers is stop creating so many of them.
That's right. That's exactly it. Me wanting to fight for, I don't know, what I was told this administration was going to be about, which was America first, and that we're not going to get into any wars. He's bombed Somalia more than any other president. No, not Minneapolis. He is, give him time. He is, we went in, did what we did, and the amount of, over in Venezuela, Iran, all of this stuff. I don't want to create any more dead kids or people anywhere else in the globe.
He branded himself as the president getting us out of wars.
I don't see a problem with this. I don't know why that's, and for the one guy that keeps calling you and I bitch, there's been 10 going, I used to fly. One guy just said, I used to fly from Afghanistan, all of our men and women home that lost their lives. And he goes, I'll tell you, it's not worth it. Like you said, we spent how many years and trillions of dollars in those places to return Afghanistan back to the people that we took it from. But I can guarantee you a whole bunch of other people got rich. And that's my issue. That should be all of our issues. I've seen some of those. People are posting pictures now about that crash.
Man.
There was a helicopter.
Yeah, it's...
that was lifelike, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a lifelike.
Yeah, it's... they're saying that could be a couple of hours before that's reopened.
Was it a truck? Like a dump truck or something?
Yeah, like a dump truck and a pickup.
Oh.
And I'm telling you, dump trucks win every time.
Every time.
Especially if they're loaded.
Yeah. And you're coming faster than they are at rest. Oh, that's a horrible situation. Say the prayers out there. All right, coming up, hour number 2 of the program. More. We just, it looks like, and it sounds like, that the trans battle going on in the Supreme Court is going to go the way of the states. We'll talk a bit about that, among other things. Straight ahead, Chad Benson, Super Talk 997.